Hello and welcome. My name is Eva. I am a hypnotherapist and a therapist who works with people suffering from insomnia, fears and phobias, anxiety. I deal with traumatized people and transform their lives into actually happy lives. So today I'm going to talk about something that is also related to insomnia, but not only. It's related to anxiety mostly. And we know that insomnia and anxiety are very connected together. So today we are going to say about hidden emotional roots of insomnia. So why insomnia is connected to our emotions. So in this video, I'm going to tell you, so what are those emotional roots of insomnia? Why sleep issues are always stored in root chakra and are always connected to fear and trauma in your body. How the root chakra is one of the most important chakras in the body. And I always, as a therapist, look at it first and I tackle it first through somatic exercise, breath work, or mainly meditations. I'm going to give you a very simple, practical exercise that will take 2 minutes. You can do it whenever you want to, before something stressful, after something stressful, before going to sleep, to calm down your body, to teach your body that it's safe to actually exist. Because a lot of people with insomnia, a lot of people with anxiety, they have one similar issue. The body does not understand how to perceive safety. So I always say to my clients, when we have a saying, a happy wife, happy life, I always say happy body, happy life, because when your body is happy, there is no way that your life is not going to be happy. Trust me on that one. I have been in your shoes as well. Some time ago when I suffered from insomnia and suffered from anxiety, a lot of things, a lot of illnesses I suffered from, that I have helped myself and healed myself, transformed into safety. And it is possible. It is possible, and it doesn't have to cost you thousands and thousands of pounds on therapy. Yes, certain things you can go to therapy as well if if your life is in danger or something like that. If you suffer really badly from complex PTSD or things like that, obviously you need to have a direction. But a lot of things, we can heal ourselves. Our body is very intelligent to heal ourselves. So let's start. So what most people think that insomnia is a psychological problem, it's a sleep problem. This is what usually people think. I have problems with sleeping. All of my clients will tell me that. And problems with sleeping is actually a byproduct of your trauma. And this is what people do not understand. So insomnia is a safety problem. You do not have problems with sleeping because your body doesn't understand how to sleep or doesn't know how to sleep. When you were born, you were a baby and you slept like a baby. Your body knew exactly that when you need to go to sleep, you will go to sleep. Simple as that. So if you have learned if you have gone through a certain amount of trauma, or your life has been as a child pretty chaotic or pretty dangerous, or you lived in a very unstable environment, people have got a different story. You learned usually that night is not safe. And this is what the problem with insomnia is, that what's happening in your body now is a byproduct of your childhood. What's happening in your body now is a byproduct of a chain of events, or one event that actually programmed your body into hypervigilance and keeping you up. So what actually happened there, which not a lot of people understand, when we go through certain, even one event as a child that we don't understand, and it's bringing only one thing into our life: fear. This is the issue of the all insomnia. This is the issue of the whole anxiety, also depression in some people, fears and phobias definitely is the fear. So something scared you or somebody scared you in the past. And now your body has never forgotten that emotion, has never forgotten this event. And this event is stored in here, in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is the bank to all the memories. So the fear that is connected to root chakra is the foundational problem of why you cannot sleep, why you're anxious, why certain things make your life so stressful or so difficult. It is only this. So let's look a little bit deeper. So we know that this is what I say to all my clients. Insomnia doesn't live in your head. Insomnia lives in your body. Yes, we have psychological connection through memory of our subconscious to the pain and to the wound, that to the trauma that happened in the past. But actually, the whole fear that your body goes through on the loop is in your memory of your cells, it's in your body, it's in your root chakra, it's in your heart chakra, it's in your nervous system. So it's the web of intelligence that is connected together, that is trying to tell you only one thing, that I have to protect myself. So your body, your mind, that's why you don't sleep, does only the job that is programmed to, which means I have to keep you alive and I have to keep you safe. So today we are going to go deeper into root chakra, because that is the something that I discovered with my clients and myself, that is super important to actually understand and actually really be kind to when it comes to your own healing. And obviously we know that knowledge gives us power. So more you know about it, more you will know how to help yourself. And now I would like you to remember one thing about emotions. Emotions will always overrule the logic. Why is that? Because emotions have got massive power, energetic power, especially the negative one. So I will give you an example of my two clients, and you will see where emotion overruled the logic. So I met this client some time ago. It was summer. It was summer, and I had windows open in my office. So she called me. She said she has got problems with regulating herself. There are a lot of issues there. So we had a very brief discussion about her symptoms. And she said she really suffers from not sleeping. She has got patterns and things like that. So, so I invited her in. We made an appointment. So the first thing that she did when she went through my door was to ran into my window, and my window was open. And for at least maybe half a minute, up to a minute, she was just looking through my window and looking from this side up and down and things like that. So from an angle of a person who does not work with trauma, you would say, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? But this event has been extremely interesting to me. I was fascinated by this woman, because this is exactly what I told you about just a second ago. Her emotion overruled the logic, because there was absolutely no reason for her to feel unsafe. However, she why she was doing that? So she was scanning for danger, actually, because, which I didn't know that time, she when she was younger, somebody broke into her house and broke through the window and broke at night. So her emotion, her cellular memory of the event, so her subconscious mind, her nervous system, her vagus nerve, all the systems possible. The first thing she came through my door was telling her, this is a dangerous place because the window is opened. So her negative emotions that she carried in root chakra that were not healed were telling her, you have to be super vigilant and you have to inspect this room and outside to see whether there are actually some people who are going to break in. Fortunately, I live in a very good area, and my office is in a very good area. So there are no things like breaking in, but this is exactly what her body was telling her to do, because her chakra was absolutely blocked. There was no flow. She felt fearful. The moment she came in through my door, she felt fear because she saw my window opened. So that's one thing. That's one client. Another client, I had a man calling me some time ago, and he said, I cannot sleep. We had a little conversation. He went through a lot of years of therapy. So his complex PTSD was more or less sorted. And what he did, what I found out was, so he really didn't know why he cannot sleep. He just did not have idea. So I said, okay. So I asked him, when he came in, I asked him, so what actually has happened in your life recently? So he hasn't slept for more than 2 months. He just couldn't even fall asleep. He was so hypervigilant. He was, so fearful. His body was constantly scanning for danger, and it was overthinking and mostly living in the past, which he actually did not understand. So what actually has happened, he was moving the house. Some time ago, he was moving a house, and he found this book. There was a book. That was a book when children get when they leave the school. And he grabbed this book by accident, and it was a man in his 50s. So he finished his primary school many years ago. So it was a book from a primary school, and he flicked through the pages, and he saw 2 pictures of 2 boys who used to bully him a lot. So this event has triggered his insomnia. Why? Because emotion triggered fear. There was absolutely no logic about it. He hasn't seen these people for more than 40 years. He didn't have anything to do with them. He was actually a very successful man that you would say, okay, he lived in a very nice life, very, calm and peaceful, and everything was sorted in his life. However, what happened was, the moment he took this book, and he saw the picture, what happened? Cellular memory triggered the memory of the fear, the memory of the wound, the memory of the past. The nervous system started to go crazy and started to send the signals to root chakra that was blocked anyway. Now he lives in the environment of fear. Everything is fear around him. Like, he needs to be super hyper vigilant, because the moment he will go out, he will be bullied, and he will be, a hit, or something will happen to him, right? So this is why it's so important, guys, to understand that you are not only body, you are mostly energy. And your body is very intelligent, energetic system that is only doing one job that it needs to do, which is protect you. So in the case of this lady, and in the case of this man who came to me some time ago, this is exactly what it was. The fear, the emotion has overtaken the life, and the coping mechanism that the body has created in the body, which was insomnia, stop them from, from living their life, because they didn't know what to do. They even didn't pay attention to a lot of things. And this is what another thing is, just like, when we are children, things that happen to us from adult point of view is very, very little. But remember, children don't have the coping mechanism how to balance your emotions or their emotions. And you are exactly the same. So something you experience, something you notice, something that was out of, like, a little bit weird, and your body registered it as dangerous, and that's it. And this is how trauma happens. Our nervous system is completely different for each and every of us. Things that are dangerous for you will not be dangerous for your brother and your sister, not alone a stranger. So that's why we are very unique, and that's why you have to look after your body, guys. And you have to understand that the body speaks to you through insomnia, through anxiety, through fears and phobias, through anything else that you go through your body, through your life. It's talking to you, through your illnesses as well, because they are, the foundation of the illnesses is usually fear and some energy blockages in your body. So let's look a little bit deeper into our root chakra. So what is this and why is it so important? So this is the place in your body when it tells you energetically whether something is safe or unsafe. And remember, older we get, unfortunately, more traumatized we are, because we have got experiences from the past. So root chakra is related to, so it's at the back of your spine. It's massively important, because it's in relationship to our feeling safe, our safety, our security, our survival, our trust into people, trust into situations, trust into institutions, trust, also ability to rest. Chakra is also related to our ancestors, and also something that is in relationship to our survival, which is money. So a lot of people who come from poverty consciousness or come from poor families have got very, very blocked root chakra, because those are people who, who experience poverty, who experience not having enough, and they feel I am not enough. So root chakra, super important thing. And more traumatized a human is, more root chakra is blocked, and more I have noticed that with clients like that, I cannot go straight into hypnotherapy. I have to look into exercise from a somatic point of view, which is teaching the body how to be safe again. Could be also breath work. I do breath work as well. And teaching the body that actually recognizing that I am this body, I live in present, I don't live in the past, and I don't live in the future. So somatic exercise are very simple exercise, and today I'm going to show you one that I work with my clients. It will take you 2 minutes, and it's going to be really good. So let's talk another thing that is in relationship to your emotions and in relationship to your sleep, and why as an adult you cannot sleep, which is called cellular memory. So remember one thing, your the energy and the memory from the childhood does not track the time. And this is what I always say. Why do you always suffer from insomnia? Why do you always suffer from certain things that you suffer? Is because the programming that happened in the childhood through the traumatic events did not go away because you are an adult. Because this traumatic events, this emotional negativity that is in your body in relationship to whether root chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, or your subconscious mind, is not healed. So it's still in you, it still runs through you, and constantly is keeping you alive. It's keeping you protected. It's keeping you safe because this is what it knows. So energy, root chakra, negative energy runs on patterns. So at night when you cannot sleep and you go through overthinking, I always say to my clients, look at the patterns of overthinking. Never run from your body, never run from the pain. Where is your pain? Which part of the body is it? Because that's very significant what your body is trying to tell you, because there is also certain meaning to the pains in your body that you go through. So cellular memory is the memory of trauma that is inside your body, that is constantly working with your nervous system, and it's scanning for the safety. And when the little event happens in your adulthood that triggers the cellular memory from the past, you're done. So there is, I always say, it's the trauma that runs your life, it's the childhood memory that runs your life, nothing else. So that happened with my client, with the lady that I told you about the window, and that happened with the man with the book. It's the cellular memory, it's the subconscious mind, as you want to call it as well. It's the nervous, but it's everything. It's not only one thing, because everything works together in our body. So let's look at the another client that I worked with, a woman suffering from insomnia for quite a long time. So she had very normal life, very peaceful, very wealthy. There were no problems with money. There were no problems with anxiety. There were no problems. She ran her own company. There were, she had really, really stable. Let's put it, stable life. However, she always suffered from insomnia. It was in and out from her life, and the symptoms were almost the same: racing thoughts, worry, and very significant pain in her belly. So I looked closer into her childhood. So she came from a very wealthy family. She was a single child, and she grew with her dad, who was in the army, and her mom, who was in and out of her life. She lived with her, but she was quite emotionally unavailable. So she really didn't have emotional support. So there was no physical danger there. Her trauma did not come from physical abuse, mostly from emotional abuse. So through that, her nervous system learned one thing. So if I relax, something will happen. So what was happening, her dad was coming in from wherever he was there with his work, and the whole dynamic of the house was changing. So she was put under massive pressure, a lot of expectations from her, and she was kind of her girlish side was turning into boyish side. So her dad wanted to have a son instead of daughter, things like that. So she knew that, and she carried this guilt as well with her. So what her root chakra through her nervous system actually feared was, I'm not good enough. That's number one. I do not belong here because I should be a boy. But also massive expectations in relationships to success. So very, very masculine energy, like really go forward, all the time. And whenever she failed, she did not understand how to balance herself, and she always blamed herself, and there were other issues as well with her. So what happened was, her insomnia started to happen when her dad was coming back from his job. So he wasn't there for 5-6 months or whatever at home, and then he came back, and then her insomnia was triggering. So how it came into her life. So obviously, whenever trigger happened, whenever some emotional wound has been, triggered, then she didn't sleep for months. So this is what her body was doing. Her body was loyal to keeping her alive, keeping her survived, keeping her balanced. Her root chakra obviously was blocked. She felt very fearful around her dad, and many things there, feeling like she doesn't belong to the family. And so, certain things, even little things, for us as children are massive things, because you would say, like, some would say, why do you worry? It has been like 40 years ago or something. But the body actually was programmed to survival, and whenever that was coming, it was preparing her to the fear that she is going to actually experience all the time, all the time, all the time, on a repeat. So, everybody has got different story, everybody has got different reaction. Our nervous system is completely different. So a lot of people ask me why insomnia is always worse at night. So, because there is only one answer, because your nervous system and your body has got no distractions. You drop into stillness, you are still in bed, and then the body forces you, the energy, the emotion that you carry forces you to listen. So the emotion that is stored in your body now needs to be processed. So if the root chakra mainly is blocked, it says you don't have time to sleep. Then anxiety appears. Then your body says, "Look at me, deal with me. I have so many issues. I want to speak to you so many times." That's why people experience a lot of pains when they sleep, or they experience this overthinking, living in the past, living in the future, because this is what has happened in the past with their trauma. This is how much they have been dysregulated. So the body, the energy, the emotion in you needs to go somewhere. And when it's trapped in your body and it's not released through the root chakra, which is grounding, which is a release, which when it's open, it's telling you I am safe. So the body is constantly in the mode of unsafe. That's why you cannot sleep. You will never be able to sleep. So let's look at the exercise. So I would like you to sit down or lay down or sit on a chair with your feet on the ground. And I would like you to place one hand on your lower belly and another hand on your root chakra or on one of the legs. So you need to have the contact with your body. You can also place one of the hand on your heart, another one on your belly. So press your heart, press your hand gently to your heart, and press your hand gently to your belly. So the moment we press the hand, we signal our body, you are safe. You are safe. Close your eyes and really, really tune in with this energy. Just tune in. Just tune in with it. And you can start very, very slow breathing. So breathe very slowly in and hold for 2 seconds, and then very slowly release through your mouth. Very, very slowly. And let's start breathing again. And let's breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2. And release through your mouth for 6. And stay like that for a minute or 2. And what actually you are saying to your body is, I am here. I am safe. So now what I would like you to do is to connect to the part of your body that carries some stagnation, negative emotion, some pain. And I would like you to connect to this part of the body, connect to the pain, connect to fluttering stomach, connect to the pulsing heart, connect to your lungs, connect to your headaches, connect to whatever you are experiencing or whatever you will be experiencing as a pattern when you usually go through some stressful, anxious situation. Or there is something that wants to be released in your body. So connect to this energy and imagine it as something dark, as a dark ball, a prickly ball, or something that is very unpleasant. Just focus on it, not with logic. Just locate it with your sensations. And now I want you to just very gently start moving this energy down wherever it is located. Just start moving it down towards your legs. So along your spine, if it has to go along your spine, and towards your legs. Downward, 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 and downward. So what we are saying is to the root chakra, you don't have to protect me anymore. And now I want you to focus on your head now and say to this energy, I am here, I am safe, the sensation can move. I am here, I am safe, the sensation can move. And really sense this energy moving down and down through your legs, touching the ground, and moving towards the soil. Deeper and deeper it goes. Exactly. And if you can open your eyes. If you practice this for 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day, trust me that you are going to reprogram your body to safety. That is one of the exercise I practice with my clients. The fear, usually we practice with the fear because they are very fearful people. So one of them. Now, I would like you to I would like to tell you about my guided meditations, okay? So why is this important? So somatic exercise is one of the things I do, and I mainly base on my practice on meditations. Why? Because I have healed myself through meditations. So what they do, they are not meditations to connect to your spirit guides or to your spirit animals, to connect to your higher self. I don't do this kind of meditations. I do self-heal meditations. So I will direct the energy in your body to speak directly to your subconscious mind. So speak directly to your trauma. Speak directly to the memories that your trauma holds. I will regulate your vagus nerve. I will rewire the cellular memory and create the idea of safety. Remember that nothing happens for one night or over one night. Healing takes time. And if you carry your energy or trauma or memory for 20, 30, 40 years, you cannot expect one day or 1 week that everything will go. But definitely when you are going to listen to the meditations, I have them on my YouTube channel, and I will put more. If you are serious about your healing, take your time and look at them, and that just really take your time in silence and stillness. Just before going to sleep, you can fall asleep with meditations, even better, because they work on your subconscious mind whether you're awake or not. and they really will help you to sleep. They really will activate a lot of positive energies. They will open your root chakra. They will help you feel safe in your body. They will work with your cellular memory. It's a lot of goodies that I'm preparing. I have been doing it for years, guys. I have been healing people for years. I have been healing myself even longer. So I hope that this video is helping, and you understand why insomnia is not a psychological problem, why insomnia, why taking tablets is not really the best thing you can do. I don't, I never say to my clients, take a lot of tablets. They come to me being on antidepressants, and they make a decision to come off them because they feel better. So not all of them, but with the time they will. So if you are serious about your healing, good things will happen. You just have to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. I wish you all the best, guys, and I will see you in our next meeting, next video. Bye bye.